It's about 8:45, and we're just about ready to pull up the anchor. And at the moment, there seems to be no wind whatsoever. There had been little zephyrs, I think that's a word, of wind on and off as I was getting ready this morning, but and I had hoped that they might build into something more substantial, but they've dropped off, which is pretty consistent with the forecast, unfortunately. So I guess at least we'll start off motoring, and we will be going north up the Muscle Ridge channel, with the destination of Clam Cove, our usual last night destination, because it's very close to Rockland, so it's a short trip to get back to the boat ramp on Monday morning. It is pretty overcast, little bits of blue. The forecast did mention something about potential for scattered showers, which wouldn't be too bad considering it would be the only rain we've seen all week, or really significant cloud cover to a large extent. Anyway, off we go. It's about 9:30, and enough breeze has developed that we've put up the sails. The mainsail is out, and the Doyle UPS is up. I didn't even bother with... usually I would put out the jib first and see how that goes, but I know the jib... that there isn't enough wind to keep the jib filled, but the lighter UPS will fill and hold its shape, and is doing rather nicely. So we're not setting any speed records. We're doing a little over 2 knots. And as always, we'll have to see what develops, but this is much more pleasant. It's 20 after 10, and the wind died a while ago. Well, not completely. I've been able to... I was doing about 0.6, 0.7, which might be more current than wind. Anyway, I've been waiting, trying to wait it out, but I guess I'm going to give up. There's no way to get the wind to blow without taking the sails down. So, we'll do that. We'll take the sails down and start the motor and see what happens. Well, it turns out I was right. The only way to make the breeze come back was to take the sails down. So after a few minutes, the breeze did come back. It's still pretty light, so we're doing, again, about 2.5 knots. it does keep changing direction a little bit between south and southwest, but either of those is fine for our purposes. So we're still, you know, right in the smack in the middle of the Muscle Ridge Channel. There you go. I don't know why I find that so hard to remember. And making our way north up towards Owl's Head. And it's, I'd say the weather is actually improving. The sky has gotten a little clearer, a little bluer. So, once again, it's all very pleasant. So we dropped the hook in Clam Cove at about 1:45 after a pretty nice sail after all. I got tired of saying how many times I put the sails up and down, and you probably got tired of listening to me say it. But actually, a breeze did pick up when we were at the lower end of Owl's Head Bay. And although it did vary a bit, we did sail the rest of the way without being becalmed at any point. So, and actually it's a nice fresh breeze at the moment, which was not in the forecast. But it was very pleasant. And actually, we did something that, to the best of my recollection, I have never done before, is that I dropped the anchor under sail. Now I didn't hit the point that I was trying to hit, but that's one of the nice things about Clam Cove here is there's a wide margin of error. So it didn't really matter, but that was fun. I didn't have to start the engine at all. Someone out there is heeled way over. At least that's how it looks from here. So we're in for a long and relaxing and pleasant afternoon. Weather continues to be nice. That threat of rain showers certainly hasn't materialized yet.
I seem to be running out of memory in my camera here, so we're gonna go through this quickly. Here is Whitehead Island, Whitehead, and we were anchored last night along the north edge of Whitehead, and we left this morning coming out into Muscle Ridge Channel, and we passed Spruce Head Island, and then came up and passed the islands where we stayed a couple of nights ago, Dick's Island and the others in this cluster. Continued up around Ash Island. Not sure if I really got a shot of that. It's entirely wooded. There's no development on it. And coming up through here, we kept getting a little wind and then no wind and a little wind, and you remember. And continued up, and somewhere here, this area here is Owl's Head Bay. This is Owl's Head right here. We did finally get some sustained wind, and so it was behind us, so we were wing on wing and came up. Wasn't a lot of wind, so we didn't scream through here like we did a month ago, but came up through Owl's Head Bay and then turned the corner to the northeast, northwest, across this bit of West Penobscot Bay. This is Rockland here. When we came around Owl's Head and looked over here, we were surprised to see a giant cruise ship here. I've seen moderate-sized cruise ships, but there's a giant one there, and I found a newspaper article indicating that they're a thing now. They get like 2,000 people on them. Anyway, and then come up to Clam Cove, and that's where we are, and that's gonna be the end of the trip, because I don't have enough to film anymore. So thanks for watching.